Oh, that motherfucker.
Is she really gonna flush the toilet right now?
Hey, I said be quiet. No flushing.
Excuse you. Stop talking to me like that.
Shh.
Bossy.
Is this real life?
Now we gotta restart.
Really?
Yeah.
You really heard the toilet flushing?
Yeah.
Well,
How about you go to bed?
stop, dude.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
There we go. Hello. Hello and welcome to episode 11 of YouSayWeSay. I'm Nathaniel Dow. To my left is the battered and bruised Stuart Hill. How you feeling today?
I'm sore, but I feel alright. Not too bad.
We had to delay this episode one night. We're sorry about that. but-
I'm seriously, Nate shouldn't even say sorry. It was 100% on me, so everybody knows.
Well-
I'm sorry to
Well,
be
let's not.
completely honest.
It wasn't all on you. Let's be honest about that. Tell us what happened.
It just, got in a fight on Saturday. I'd like to call it a fight.
For anyone that didn't read or is just looking at it today, we'd postponed it because Stu got sucker punched yesterday, and he couldn't really talk real well because his jaw was swollen. We're posting a picture of his black eye and all that. But someone was bad-mouthing, talking junk to his sister, and you don't do that to Stu's sister.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that much. And Stu's a big boy, so whoever sucker punched him's lucky he ran right after.
No, yeah. The kid he was calling my sister a bitch and getting in her face outside, and it rubbed me the wrong way, so I went after him, and his buddy thought that would be a good time to punch me.
Mm-hmm.
Was when I wasn't looking or anything like that.
And a lot of people were asking online if someone was playing that. Then I guess there's this new game called Knockout that started in like the hood or whatever.
Yeah.
And what happens is this like innocent people walking down the street get punched in the back of the head. Like one punch, you try to knock them out, and some people have been dying
That's fucked up.
And it's just like teenage kids like punching people, trying to knock them out. I guess one of the guys saw it coming and he pulled a gun and killed some kid, and I was like, you deserve it.
Well,
like,
if that's what he was trying to do, he failed.
yeah,
I will say I didn't get knocked out.
Well, you didn't get knocked out. I didn't hear no bell. Hey, yo, Adrian. I didn't hear no bell.
I guess you, Adrian.
But yeah, so that was your weekend, huh?
Yeah, I'm not even really mad about it anymore, to be honest.
Which is a good. You're an angry man, Stu. This is good for you that you're getting over something.
The worst part was going to work with a black eye, because
Yeah.
all the homeowners look at me like I'm a felon.
Yeah,
Like I
they don't
have
want
issues. Like they just judge me, and it just made me feel really awkward, to be honest.
If you have any information leading to this kid's name, so we can hunt him down and gut him like a fish, we'll give you a sticker.
I just want to give him a kiss on the cheek.
With
That's all I
your
want to
fist.
do.
The music you just heard leading into the show, Shinobi Ninja was in town. I went to the concert on Friday. They were with Kaleido, who we highlighted in episode 2 or 3. I forget the exact episode, but we cross-promoted with them. They were on their Midwest tour, and they picked up Shinobi Ninja who was touring also from New York into the Midwest, and they combined like they did a year ago. They were here last November, and I went to Ann Arbor and caught the show, and it was awesome. So I wanted to give them a big shout out. Both Shinobi Ninja, awesome. I wore their shirt. They really loved that I wore the shirt that I wore the first time. And Kaleido, of course, is always great. Christina Chris, pumping up the crowd. Kaleido's always great every time I see him, but it's good to see Shinobi Ninja because they're from New York. You don't get to see them a lot,
Yeah.
so. Just wanted to give a shout out to those guys. Thanks for putting on a good show. That was my weekend, a little better than Stu's.
Yeah. I heard it was a good show too. I heard it was a really good show.
Yeah, Stu had to work in the morning, so he couldn't go. And I don't have a real job. So while you guys are at work, this is the kind of stuff I'm thinking about. So, one thing before we get started, we need questions, guys.
Yeah, where are the questions at? Did you guys go on vacation or something?
And it's, it'll probably be hard with the Thanksgiving coming up and all that, but if you could just, send them in at your leisure. We have stickers. If you haven't gotten your sticker yet, you didn't send us your address, and shame on you for that.
Yeah, but we do need questions.
And we'll try to come up with another way, another gift or something to give you guys for asking more questions. But right now,
because obviously thank yous don't do it for you.
Yeah, easy. Thought you said you weren't angry anymore. Right. We're up on YouTube. We have the bonus episode of. Thank you, by the way. I was going to talk about the bonus episode now that I mentioned it to myself. Thank you guys for downloading that at such a rapid rate.
Yeah, that one exploded.
The bonus episode exploded last Wednesday. I didn't realize you guys liked the raunch that much. I just realized you guys licked it up. You ate it up. And the Aristocrats episode just killed it. So thank you guys for downloading that. And
we're glad you liked it.
Oh yeah. We'll have to do another one of those.
Yeah, we will.
Every once in a while. Don't oversaturate it. But that was great to see that many people downloading it.
Yeah, that was giant feedback.
Other than that, just keep getting on the social media, get on YouTube, watch us do it. If you don't download it, at least watch us do it.
Exactly.
Give us some views, or ask your friends questions for you. You can post questions that aren't necessarily your own. Just give us a name with it. Or
if you hear a stupid question or anything, or a question that you want to know, just send it to us. We can answer anything.
We can, and we will today.
We will.
We have a wide array of questions for you.
That
we
is
have
true.
A rant done by it's a joint rant today.
Yep, we switched it up a little bit this week.
I came in with the rant, and Stu's gonna add on to mine. So stay tuned for this. But right now we have a veteran of the question asking game
That we do.
leading us off. Michael Tastampakis, a genius with the questions, someone that doesn't fail us every week. He has at least one a week. We have a backlog of his. We could do a whole episode with just Tas questions.
He will guest on this show.
Oh yeah.
One day.
This is a good one. I feel like, because I'm a music guy. If you could start up your own band, what type of music would you play, and what would your name be? Of course, my name would be Benny and the Kikes. Just a Elton John cover band, Benny and the Kikes. I'm very Jewish. No, I'm actually very German. But I'm allowed to say it, I think.
Oh yeah,
I think
for
if
sure.
you're involved on one side of the war or the other, you're allowed to say Kike. No. I would play alternative rock, something of that nature.
I can see that.
Something like brand new style. If I could, I wish I could play music. And I would name my band. It's a weird word that I've always known, but I've never been able really to say. It's called aposiopesis, which means a sudden break in thought, or like that feeling where you can't quite remember what you were talking about as you were talking. I've always liked that word, but I've never been able to say it very well. Although I did quite well right there, and I was kind of proud of myself. I don't know. I like weird words.
No, that's
stuff
cool,
like that.
though.
That's my answer.
Something that just sticks out.
Yeah.
Me, if I was to start a band, it would be the most death metal, just dark band that I could think of. And I would name myself and my band the Crouton Head Smashers. Yes, the Crouton Head
The
Smashers.
thing you put on salad?
Yeah.
Okay.
That would be our thing. At every concert you come to, we throw Caesar salads into the audience. And we
Free food.
light our equipment on fire and just go crazy. But there would be the one like skinny guy in the back that plays like, I don't know, probably like the flute.
Yeah.
And it would be like the most, it would make no sense.
hardcore
Yeah,
flute
the
solo?
hardcore flute. He'd start shoving it in his ass. I'm just
Wow.
joking. It is death metal though. It could happen.
Throw a Caesar salad in the oven. With dressing, or is dressing on the side?
Oh, it's got extra dressing
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure.
Oh, yeah.
When I think of a band, I think of the people that have the most fun. And I feel like rock people, when they're at concerts and stuff, they're having a blast.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's like the biggest thing about being in a band is making sure that you're enjoying it. And I feel like being like a rock band or like a death metal type band, they have a lot of fun up there.
Yeah.
Like the boy band and shit, fake.
Oh, yeah.
All choreographed and shit. And it doesn't look fun.
You don't like One Direction?
No, I don't. I mean, I'm not a little 7-year-old woman, so. What, Taylor Swift's dated what, every one of those guys in that band?
Probably. She's been passed around.
Yeah, exactly.
Although I still love her.
That undercover slut. Alright, but that's a different story. But yes, that's my answer. Death metal, crouton, head smashers.
There you go, Toss. Thank you for that question. That brought out a weird side in Stu that I didn't know was
I know, I
there.
feel like I have a concussion or something.
You might.
Question number 2. This is from somebody very close to me, another person that's asked numerous questions.
Yeah.
Elizabeth Height,
Number 1 fan.
number 1 fan. Her question, what do you think is one of the most undervalued professions right now? And I'm going to go with professional athletes. They work way too hard to not be making more money. I'm fucking with you. No. They are the most overpaid people on this earth.
No, they are.
I would, my honest question would be something to do with the armed forces, like military, army, navy, and so on.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like they put their neck out there for so much and they don't get very much back. And I know everybody talks about this,
Yeah.
and everybody agrees, but it's the first thing that came to my mind, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, if you're willing to die for everybody in your country, I think you should be making more money than a fucking professional athlete, to be honest with you.
That's true. It'll never happen.
I know it never would, but that's just how I think.
It's very noble of you, Stu. Very
Thank you.
noble.
Thank you.
Most undervalued profession. If she would have said overrated, I would have said the president. That's it. No, undervalued. I'd say teachers. I mean, I know they get,
That's another good one.
they get the summer off, but I think they got to deal with so much shit.
Especially nowadays.
Yeah. Like kids bringing guns in there and stuff like that, but not even just that, but like they take their work home with them.
Yeah.
Like just because it's 3:30, they got to go home and like grade all your tests and all your papers, and they look at every single word
Yeah.
because they used to look at every single word of my papers. Every punctuation mark, everything.
And most people don't think about that.
And most people don't care.
Exactly.
But I've had some great teachers over the years. You have too. We both went to the same high school, and we had some great teachers there. And you don't think about it till after you're gone, and now you can't thank them.
Oh, I know.
Like while you're there, you're like, fuck this, I want to get out of here, blah blah blah. And then when you leave, you're like 2 years, 3 years down the line, you're like, I get what. Like, you have one teacher that you understand so much more after you graduate.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
And you're like, I get it.
Can I thank you?
And then they're like, oh, they went to Boca, they retired.
Yeah, or you go back to your high school and you need a fucking fingerprint scanner to get into it.
Yeah.
Like, it's so hard to get into our high school now. They got a little buzzer. They have to, like, put you up on a screen and, like, look at your eyeballs to see if
They're scanning things.
Yeah, it's unreal. I remember I went there like a year ago to
just
try to
visit.
say it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
And they wouldn't let me in.
exactly. They're like, what do you need? I tried to too. I was trying to go back to visit one of the teachers, and the vice principal came out who knew me and who's tried to pick you up at bars. That's a different story, but our vice principal after we graduated has tried to bone stew many a time. And I'm not kidding. She's not that bad looking either. But she came out and she's like, yeah. I'm like, hi, how you doing? She's like, good. Can I help you? I'm like, we've met multiple times
Yeah.
outside of school. And she was just like, what do you need? And I was like, I'm just trying to visit. She's like, after 3:30. I'm like,
That.
you know what? You can just stick a hot curling iron up there. Plug it in, baby. Plug that thing in.
Top 3 worst pains in the world, probably right there.
That's what
Hot curling iron
up your sniz.
up the schniz.
But yeah, teacher. I don't know how we got off into that tangent.
But I'm doing good at that today.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you to our number 1 fan for that question.
Thank you, Elizabeth.
I'm gonna do my ABCs of questions
Perfect.
first, and then we'll do our rant later because it's a good one,
Yeah, it is.
and it's gonna morph off into viewer feedback online, and I'll tell you more about that later. But this is my ABCs of questions for this week. We're on K. K. Wow, we're getting close to halfway through the alphabet here.
It's getting deep.
Yeah. So K, I came up with Kmart. Are you still relevant in consumers' lives today? Besides that commercial that has men shaking their balls in their boxers, what else have you done recently? No one goes there anymore.
Yeah, Kmart's not the place to go anymore.
It sucks.
It's trashy.
It really is.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know.
I don't go there.
If you have an opinion on Kmart, send it in. The worse, the better. I always love the, every time I go in there, there's always an announcement over the PA, but their PA is from like 1948. And they're like, but you always see some guy running because he understood it. He's like running with a mop, and you're like, where the hell did that, where? What? Blue light special.
That's so true.
That's what Kmart is now.
And it's like a 40s phone they pick up to use it also.
Feedback on the other. And it's always fat. It's either fat white women or young black girls that are your cashier.
It is, it's true.
And the young black, they're all chewing gum somehow. They're all like,
And they all have
yeah, what? You got the Sears credit card? You got the Sears credit card? I'm like, no. Would you like to sign up? I'm like, no. I'm buying a pack of gum. Leave me alone.
and they have 8-inch nails.
Yeah, they're tapping on
Tink,
the,
tink, 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 tink.
and the old fat women are like, would you like to donate $1 for St. Jude Health, Children's Health? I'm like, no, I'd like to donate $1 for your gastro bypass, though. Good Lord. Anyway, go on a rant about Kmart and we'll post it.
As you can see, me and Nate both love Kmart.
We fucking hate it. Joe Boxer, whoa! Alright, let's move on.
Question number 3.
A new,
This is you. Yep.
a new person added to the mix.
Oh, buddy.
One of our friends, the suave Tony Fortunate, sent us a question that is right down our alley. I feel like he asked us, "What do you call a perfect poop, and how many wipes do you give it?" What I call a perfect poop is the one that Kate Upton lays on my chest. Whatever poop that is, that's the perfect one. Because anything that comes out of that ass, I want. Like, I want to keep. I want to sniff her office chair. I want to...
Oh my god.
No, I would call it... I'd call it the clean slate, is what I would call the poop. If you've never experienced this, it's where you just take a huge dump. I'm talking like you just had a Western omelet at 4 a.m. and all of a sudden at 5 a.m. something comes calling and it just unloads. But then you go to wipe and there's nothing on it. That's the perfect poop. What do you call that, Stu?
Mine's kind of close to that, actually. My perfect poop is the ghost poop.
Okay.
The ghost poop is where it's a giant shit, like you were just saying, also. And you're like, God damn it, I'm gonna have to grab the plunger for this fucker. But you go to wipe, like your poop, no poop on the toilet paper.
Okay.
You can never go wrong with that. There's no better feeling.
That is the perfect poop.
Exactly. And then when you go to throw the toilet paper in there, nothing. The poop disappeared.
Wait, what do you mean?
The poop's gone.
Oh, it went up the hole?
The ghost poop went up the hole, yep. Flushed itself, son.
So you don't even flush?
You save water, you save toilet paper. I mean, that's the perfect poop.
Have you had it?
Oh, yeah.
You've had the perfect poop.
Oh, fuck yeah.
You've had the ghost poop.
I've had the ghost poop.
I've had a clean slate poop, as I named it, where you wipe and there's nothing there, but it's always like the water looks like the Ganges River. But what you're apparently there's something wrong with me. I'm not keeping mine solid because yours is bloop. It's going in like a bobber, like you're fishing.
You ever get the bobber and then the one like single drop of water goes right into your asshole? It seems like
Everyone has.
It just wakes you
I
up.
call that the bidet.
It's
where
like
it's the water cleans your butt.
It's like an acid drop. It wakes you up. You're like, oh shit! Whoop. Ready for the day.
Thank you, Tony. That is our kind of question. We could go a while on that. Far too long, apparently.
Oh, that's a good one.
And he'll be receiving a sticker because he's someone who's not afraid to ask a question. So get your questions in before
God
Thanksgiving.
Damn it, please. Question number 4. This one comes from Jonah
Dictal.
Jonah Dictal. Question is, what would you consider the weirdest place for a piercing? There's a lot of weird places you can get a piercing.
Yeah.
But the weirdest to me, and I think I've seen a picture of this before.
I hope to God you haven't, because I know what you're gonna say.
The uvula, aka the squiggly thing in the back of your throat.
The punching bag.
The punching bag.
You think you've seen someone do
I
that?
swear to you, I think I saw it before.
My God.
And this is like coming from a person with like one of the biggest gag reflexes ever.
Yeah.
This would drive me crazy.
You'd be puking all day.
Honestly, just the constant feeling of something being in the back of your throat, it would be horrible.
That would be bad.
Yeah, but
Now,
I think that would be the weirdest spot.
I think that might be that's weirder than what I got.
Yeah.
But I think we should tell the audience about our piercing adventure when we were younger men than we are now. I was going to get my, was it my eyebrow?
No, I think it was
I did have my eyebrow pierced as well, but I had my labret pierced,
Yep.
which is the middle lip.
Mind you, this was a random act by me and Nate.
Oh yeah, we just did it. I just wanted to see what it would look like. You know, either the stud or the ring. And I was like, yeah, this will be good. High school Nate, this is my thing.
Yeah.
And Stu got his, what is it, the tragus?
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. I think I went first.
Yeah.
I went first and killed it. I had to hold my own thing. Like he clamped my lip. And if you're watching on YouTube, I'm clamping my lip how they did it. And then he walked
out of the
away
room.
and he's like, hold this. And I'm like, huh? So I'm holding my own lip in my hand and he comes back and he's like, there you go. And I was like, ow. Then but it was done. No big deal. Stu, the toughest guy I know, steps up. And what happens?
I turn into a bitch. I didn't know that my tragus is like twice as thick as the normal tragus or something.
And if you don't know what that is, it's the little bump.
Yeah, like right in your ear.
Not your outer like ear, but if you go above your earlobe, it's the closest thing to your temple. That little bump.
Yeah.
And just, I could hear it ripping through the cartilage.
He didn't, and the weird thing is he took the needle and did it like a fish hook.
Yeah.
So he bent it like a fish hook, went from the inside, cranked my ear, and I was like, oh God, thank God it's done. He's like, halfway through now. And I'm like, son of a bitch.
Suck my balls.
Goes all the way through. It was horrible.
That's the closest I've ever seen you to crying.
Or passing out or puking on myself.
That was a fun day though. And then I got my piercing knocked out at soccer. So
Yeah,
that's why I don't have that.
And it took my tragus like 6 months to heal.
By that
it
time
wouldn't heal.
By that time my piercing was already gone because it got elbowed out of my mouth.
And then I found out what tea tree oil is,
And
which is probably the best healing thing I've ever used in my life, by the
so
way.
I haven't even said my answer yet, but if you're going get your Prince Albert pierced, if anyone doesn't know what that is, I think that's the weirdest. It's where you get your pee hole pierced if you have a dick. Goes through the dick and out the bottom of the head of the penis. But I think the weirdest place would be your gooch. If that's a thing, I don't know if that's a thing. Or the webbing of your finger.
That would be annoying.
I want to see that. If anyone's had that,
That would be a good one.
If you know of a weirder place than those to get a piercing, let us know and we'll include you on the show.
Yeah.
So, now, since we're on a rant anyway, our rant, I guess you could call it, started at my work though.
Yes.
We were, if you don't know, I work for Chrysler. We were checking I do quality control, and we were checking the windshield wiper bottles. They go on the inside of your hood, and that's where you pour the windshield washer fluid into. We were checking those bottles. And my coworker, who I won't name, I'll name some of them, but not this one. He opened the cap because we were checking something inside of it. He opened the cap where you would pour the windshield washer fluid and said, "This is big enough to fuck." And I was like, sorry? And he's like, "Yeah, you could fuck this." And I was like, okay. Needless to say, we got in a big discussion about what people have fucked at our work. Our social media director, Joe, joined